I had to wake up at 2 a.m. this morning because yesterday one of my horses was breathing heavy, breathing kind of funky. So I had to check on him. I think he's just a little congested. He's going to be just fine. But I come out here and I was just thinking, and I started thinking about something somebody told me I used to go to church with. He had been in the youth department for 35 years. He was a real guy. He was just a real guy. But he said something to me that I always remembered. He said, you know, Red, we get these kids for 1 hour on Wednesday, maybe 2 hours on Sunday, maybe 1 week during the summer for youth camp, and the world gets them the rest of the time. Couldn't have said that about the original church. They met up every single day. One might even say with those individuals, God was a lifestyle. Church was a lifestyle. It was their identity. It was who they were. Matter of fact, the world didn't really want much to do with them. But you know, it's sad, but that's true what my buddy said. You know, the system has infiltrated everything. I can remember in 20 when I was riding, because I didn't lock down. I didn't do any of that. So on Sundays and Wednesdays, I would drive by churches completely empty, full of fear. What are we not supposed to have? Fear? I mean, if the Holy Spirit lives in us, why are we afraid? You know, if there's one thing we learned from 20, when it comes time for Satan to say, hey, you need to take this chip or take this mark, it ain't going to be something that just sprung up on us. No. It's going to be something that's slowly over time. That's how he's going to do it, and he's going to use fear again. Got to do this for your own safety, because I care. You know, I got a drug addict mentality. You know, I'm not the kind of guy that wants to do a little bit here and there. I don't drink just a little. That's why I can't do any of this stuff. Because I don't drink just one drink. If I go out for one drink, you'll see me about a month later strung out. I'm out there. And now I'm the same way with God. You know, it's all day, 7 days a week, or it's nothing. And ain't that what he wants? What's the first commandment? It's all day, every day, or it's nothing. I think we should get back to basics based on what we seen in 20. Had the original church been around in 20, well, if church was like that church back in 20, oh, that 20 would have looked a lot different. And that's what we need to get back to, the basics. See, we shouldn't let the world have our kids. You know, we shouldn't let this system have our kids. We should go against this system at all cost. You know, there's so many people in this system who are totally gone, and they think they're adults, and they think they're grown up. You know, like, I do everything I'm supposed to do. So, Red, you telling me to come out of this system, you're wrong. You need to come over here and work a 9 to 5. And you need to do what we do. And you need to do what doesn't make you happy, but it's what we do because we're adults. You know, there's so many people who have that system mind still. And that's what the system does, right? Get you young and then gets in your mind. So that whenever you're totally into the system, it's totally got you. You think you're an adult. You think you're doing everything right. And you are in the system. The system smashes you and crushes you, kills your spirit. The system is the status quo, right? Got to fit in. Whatever trend kills uniqueness. Anyway, I couldn't sleep, man. I was worried about my horse, but he's fine. And I was thinking about this system. and how if the mentality of the church today was the same as the mentality of the church, the original church, and there was no divide with them, there was no denominations or any of that, they were one. If that mentality was alive right now, this world would look so much different. That's why we need to get back to it. We, the remnant, we're not here to divide. The church has already been divided, and some might even say conquered and dulled down. We're here to get the church back to the fundamentals, back to the original. That's what I want. I'd love to see us be one and meet all the time. Make God our top priority. Make it a lifestyle, if you will. Anyway, I hope this message helps somebody. I sincerely do.